everyone, it's Joe. Welcome back to the Scrappiness YouTube channel. So today's products, I'll be using the Deco Foil Flock Transfer Sheets. It's in Purple Punch and Orange Glow. Along with it, I'll be using the double-sided adhesive by Stick It. This project is a little bit die heavy, so I have a lot of dies, but I hope you guys can pull some inspiration or even use some of the Cat Scrappiness products I show. So this is the Wonky Wavy Stitched Rectangles die, along with the Embossed Edge Rectangles die. Also, I have the Crafters Essentials Fall Edition die. I'm mainly using that banner die there for the sentiment. And then next I have the condensed uppercase alphabet dies, which I always use on my projects. So you get the whole alphabet and some period, exclamation points, question mark. And then this is the Halloween borders dies. And so I'll be using the bat border there. Next, the main die is the gift bag die. And then the sprinkles that I'll be using is called eye candy. And then along with the previous Halloween cards I've made, I'm using the Lawn Fawn Booyah stamp set that I have in my supplies. Okay, so here is the Stick It double adhesive tape, and I have a black cardstock there, and I just cut some of that adhesive and I'm peeling off one side and I am applying it to my cardstock there, and I'm taking a bone folder and I'm burnishing it very well, making sure that all the edges, all the stickiness on that sticker sheet is bonded well to my cardstock. So here is the bat border die from Halloween Border Dies, and then I'll be spelling out the word boo. So of course there's only one O there, and I will run it through my die cutting machine to get that second O. So I made sure to add a shim to my cutting machine so that it cuts through that sticker paper as well as the cardstock neatly. So here I'm just running it through my die cutting machine and cutting out that second letter O. Now I am poking out little behind the scenes. I'm poking out the little negative parts of the letters of the O and the B. So I'm going to show you two ways on how I applied the flocked sheets to the alphabet letters. So here are the letters B, O, O, and I am going to be using the orange flock sheet for the wording, and I'll be using the purple punch flock sheet for the bat border. So here I'm going to apply the letters B and one of the O's to the orange there, and I'm just cutting the flock sheet to size, and there is that purple punch color. And yeah, so I turned on my laminator because I'm going to run the letters through the laminator. At first, I was going to do two techniques on the letters, but I changed my mind. So here I'm just peeling one side of the last side of the sticker adhesive sheet on the cardstock and placing it face down on my flocked sheet there, making sure that it's nicely attached to that orange flock. And then the bat Halloween border die is going to be placed face down on the purple flock sheet. So here I'm just adhering the last letter O and inserting it into that laminating pouch. So here I put it in my laminator and I do run it twice. So now I'm taking my bone folder and pressing very aggressively. As you can see, I bent the cardstock a little bit, on the uh, bat border and the flock sheet, I'm just making sure that all the edges are nicely bonded with the flock sheet. And another way to do this also is to run it through your cutting machine. Just sandwich it between the two plates. Me, I went a little extra and I added a shim, making sure that it just presses those two pieces of material together very well. And as you can see, I don't see any lifting or any edges at all once I took it out of that die cut machine. So here I did insert the second round of laminating, and then I peeled off the batt border die, and you can see how the purple flock transferred nicely to the stick it adhesive onto that black cardstock. So now, instead of using the whole border, I am separating all the little bats by snipping them off individually. So now I have 4 purple flocked bats to use on my project. So I just want to lay it out there so I don't lose any of the pieces. And the flock letters are almost done. So that is my card base. It's a black cardstock. It's A2 size, so it's 4.5 by, no, 4.25 by 8.5. And then here I show you the images that I'm using from that Booyah stamp set, and the sentiment Happy Haunting is on that stitch banner die from the Crafters Essentials fall die set. So the letters are done, and as you can see, I'm peeling off the letters. And again, like the purple bat border die, the orange flock has nicely bonded to that stick it adhesive to the letterings. And here I was just deciding whether to throw away that leftover flock sheet. So that is the gift bag die that I used, and then I ran the handles out twice. The embossed edged rectangles, I just mainly used it so I can cut out my window for the shaker. Here is a piece of acetate sheet. I'm just going to adhere it with some scrapbook adhesive all around the edges of that window, and then I apply the acetate sheet to seal off the shaker window. So then I also did cut out the small rectangle with the orange flock sheet as well. So that is the Purple Punch flock transfer sheet, and I just cut it with the die cut, the wonky wavy stitched rectangle dies, and I adhered it to the black card base there. It leaves about, I'd say, an eighth to a 16th of an inch border, so it does not cover up your card base fully, so it does leave a nice thin border, so your cardstock will show through on the sides. So again, there is that orange small rectangle flock sheet there, and then I am applying the flocked purple bats as the background in that shaker window. You do not see, it does get covered up a little bit, but I know the bats are there. And then I do end up using one of the bats on front, in the front of that gift bag die, so you can see how it looks. So here I'm just trying to place that shaker background on my card base. I added it, I adhered it with some liquid adhesive. I didn't bother to cut the or trim off the excess bats. I just left it as is because it will get covered eventually at the end. So here I am now trying to lay out the images and die cuts on to create the scene in front of the trick or treat bag. So I put the sentiment on the bottom, and then the letters for the word boo, I do slightly align it to the left so that it gives me room to put an image on the right side. So here I'm tucking in a little bit of the letters at the bottom on top of that banner die right there, and then I decide to put the cute little ghost with the bat wings on the right side of the boo lettering, and then the cute little cat ghost will go on the left top, the top left. So then now I am adhering the treat bag handles to the front, and then the one on the behind the bag will go directly to the card base there. And then I just eyeballed it. It looks fine to me right there. And then lastly, again, I do decide to put that last purple flocked bat on the top right of the gift bag. So now I am applying the uh, foam adhesive tape, and it's about measures about half an inch, and the profile is about an eighth of an inch thick, so it's not that thick, but it does raise the shaker window up a little bit. And then now I'm just making sure I get all the edges so none of the sprinkles will escape. It was a little bit too wide for the bottom part, so I just trimmed it a little bit, and now it's perfect. So see, it fits perfectly over the window there. And then here are the sprinkles called eye candy. You have white, purple, orange little strips there, and then the eyeballs. That's so cute. And then it also has some black crescent moon sprinkles as well. So now the shaker portion is done, and I'm ready to seal it off. So peel off the sticker adhesive backing on that foam tape, and I try to center that window as best as I can. And that completes our Boo shaker card using the Deco foil flock transfer sheets. So this is my third Halloween card showing you different ways you can apply that flocked transfer sheet by Deco foil. I'll link those videos in the description box below if you'd like to see all the other ways that you can use this flock transfer sheet. And I hope you guys enjoyed my video, and I'll see you soon. Bye.